Hello, welcome to Philosophy. I'm your host, Jennifer Fallaw-Doering, and today I am joined by the wonderful Mike Bara, because normally on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays I do Real News Live, and we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're going to get those taken care of real quick, but he is here with me today, and we're going to talk about current events, and here he is.
Hi,
Hello there.
how are you?
Good. Why don't you tell everybody what's going on, and we will take it from there.
Well, let's see. The other day after, I think it was Saturday, I restarted my computer, much as I did, 3 months ago in December. And it exploded, basically. Came back and said the hard drive is done. This is the computer that I got it's been 3 months ago, December. So it's shot. And I went to my backup computer, which is a fairly new Dell. It's newer than it's a new Dell. And for some reason, it's like a slideshow. Like I click on something and literally 30 seconds later, the screen pops up. There's something wrong with it, even though it's basically less than a year-old computer. So that's completely screwed. So then it says, well, we have to update. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'll update. So I update. It's still updating. It's been 6 hours now, and it's still updating. So then I thought, well, I'm going to get smart here. I have another computer, a desktop that's been sitting there that I got rid of a couple years ago, but it still works. I plugged it in and turned it on, and nothing happens. So all I'm going to say is two things. First of all, number one, this problem is going to be solved by the end of the day today. And the other thing I have to say is I have 2 Dell laptop computers for sale. I've ordered a new hard drive for the one that crashed. I'm going to have that put in, and then I'm putting it up for sale, 250, 16 gigs, the whole thing. You can have it because I just feel like it's cursed. That should never happen to a new computer like that. And it's just I'm just done with Dell products forever. And then, I have the tooth problem, which made me miss the show on Friday. And I can't get that out for a week. So like next Monday, I'll have that out. So I'm pretty effing miserable just to be a whiny little bitch today. And I'm using my brother's computer, which is the only one in the house that's working besides my cell phone. So life is just grand right now. All I know is Costco's going to make some money today.
Yeah.
I'm going to be putting some stuff up on eBay if you guys are interested in my old computers. They will be wiped clean to the operating system.
That would be good.
You can have them. Yes, that would be good. So we don't see any of the things we shouldn't see on Mike's computer. So the green screen is to protect your delicate little eyes from what's on the wall in front of me in the office normally when I do the show. So let's leave it at that. Hi there. How are you today, Jen?
Oh, I am great. I am doing good. I have a treat for you guys today. I want you to go and tell us everything that you know about what's happened since Friday. But I did things a little differently today, and I don't know if I want to tell you that because I know you guys are going to come at me and you're going to be like, oh my God, do it like that from now on. So I went and was a little fly on the wall in a couple locations to explain a couple things with Gabriel. So, do you have anything to share with us before we proceed?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. What's been going on this weekend? Or were you just all pissed off all weekend and didn't care?
No, I didn't feel well and I was pissed off. The thing is with the tooth is that it calms down if I don't bite on it. So as long as I chew just on this side and eat nothing but ramen noodles and mashed potatoes, I'll be okay for a week. But I was busy this weekend. I think that the main things, of course, that came up were, Simon Parks did an update this morning. I hate it when he does these updates in the morning and we don't have time to completely watch them. And basically he was saying that the white hats continue to be of the mind the military. Well, we don't, you can't expect us to save you. Why, we aren't going to save you. You elected these people. And the answer is,
oh yeah, back to your fault.
Fuck no, we didn't elect these people. Secondly, when the whole system is manipulated, it's like blaming the people that are stuck in the Matrix for the Matrix when you have the power to do something about it. And that was pretty disappointing to hear that. And I haven't completely finished with Simon's report yet, but that's not very good. And then last night, Phil did a live and he said that Trump is going to be back this week. And I am curious to ask you about that one and whether you get that same impression or not.
Well, I did ask that question in meditation. I don't know how much I want to say about Phil because he tends to like go and like sue people for talking about him. But
Yeah.
I don't have any hard feelings against Phil, so don't get me wrong. But I do think what's going on here is that he may have put pieces together to assume that. I don't know if somebody actually said that to him, and if they did, and that is true, that would be great. But doesn't make sense. Just on a personal level, it doesn't make sense to me because Trump never tells you when he's coming.
No.
And he's told you that many times. I'll never tell the enemy. You shouldn't tell the enemy when you're coming. And it doesn't line up with anything that I've seen about the interim. There is a time in between taking one president out and getting the other one in. So that's in the Gentile when I go through that. But I feel like with Phil, possibly he may have gotten very popular really fast, too big, and then had to do some serious operations for them. I think maybe they kind of told him, you need to stop being so popular. So I don't know if he's putting out misinformation. I don't know if he's been told to do that. I don't know. I just feel like he's kind of pulling back.
The thing is, Jen, is that if he's going to pull back, he should just pull back. He should just say, I can't talk about it. It's like, you don't destroy your own credibility to make yourself less popular. That's not the way I would go if I was going to go about doing it. And it does concern me actually quite a bit that that's the case, because we have a situation where, if you ask me, the way to do it is just stop talking. Just say, I can't say anything right now. A lot of stuff happening. Got to back off. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me that he would do it that way.
I don't know. I don't feel, when he said that, I was like, and then I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah.
Just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know what else to say. I'm not trying to discredit the guy because I tune into him. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting to hear too, but something's going on. Something's going on with that. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I do not think that he is. I'm just saying that there's something going on with that. Yeah. I'm not on board with that.
I was just checking my messages there. So, okay. The other thing is that he repeated the story that one of Joe Biden's places was raided. His homes or something was raided over the weekend. And you had that vision, remember, of Biden sitting at a desk and all of a sudden all these military guys come in and just pick him up. I'm wondering, is that the same situation?
Maybe that wasn't the Oval Office. Maybe it was in his house. Listen, either way, I mean, we know that the real Biden's dead a long time ago, okay? The person who's playing this part, if under deep state direction, is as guilty.
Does he even know? Does he even know that he's not Joe Biden? He does.
Knowingly. Okay, I still can't figure this part of it out, and I'm going to have to tell you the Gentile to so that you'll understand when it comes to that character. So let's just do that. Okay, let's just do that. Because every question you're asking me is in here, pretty much.
Okay.
All right. So Gentile. I asked people for questions. I got 150 million of them, and a lot of wins. And I'm thinking, let's focus more on hows. Because the whole win thing has got me kind of head shy. But one of the questions was, why is Trump sitting in the shadows and allowing people to suffer? In so many words. Because, of course, Gabriel said this in a very teaching way. Sometimes the truth hurts. Okay. But without that, the truth isn't felt. And if he was not coming back, he would not be in the shadows. So there's your confirmation there.
Right, because it's important for him to appear to not be plotting this whole thing from behind the scenes. Right?
Very important. It's part of the plan. He must remain neutral. But Gabriel said he must have clean hands to come back. And why the hell is it? When the sun came out, and I'm just like ultra white over here. Like transparent. Anyway, so he said, I asked about Trump coming back this week. And he said they will institute the plan this week for the removal of Biden. And
interesting.
Grassley.
Interesting. So they haven't instituted that plan prior to this. That's interesting.
Well, I think there's been an ongoing plan to line things up for certain things to take place, but I do think that possibly into last week, things have already been happening with that, because what I saw in my remote viewing, projection of consciousness. Let's get to this other question. Is Justice Clarence Thomas really sick, or did they try to kill him? He's not sick. He has been placed in protective custody because of attempts on his life.
Wow. Okay.
So they're trying to take him out. And then Scavino posted a picture that just spoke to me. I don't know what it was. It was a black and white picture. Scavino's shaking Thomas's hand. And this is a while ago. And Pence is there.
Yeah. Creepy Mike Pence, the Undertaker.
And what that photo told me is that Thomas is on board. Thomas is okay. We are taking care of it. So when it comes to taking down the Supreme Court, the corruption within it, he's playing ball. And so then all of a sudden, oh, he's sick. Well, it's because I think they found out he's playing ball and they're trying to kill him. So he has been put in protective custody.
That's interesting, Jen, because, on the one hand, these people are saying, well, you're the ones who got yourselves into this situation. The military are supposedly the white hats. But I mean, how can you say that it's up to us to do anything when they're threatening Supreme Court justices? It's like, it's insanity. The only thing that can be done is the military has to intervene. And
here's the deal with that.
Wimps, by the way.
They told us to be, what was it? Digital soldiers.
Yeah.
And take the oath. Then they told us to stand down and wait. And here we are, standing down and waiting, being good little patriots,
and
not getting involved, not taken to the streets because we were told not to.
And they're not doing anything. And
now they're saying, well, you should have done something yourselves. It's like, that sounds like a cop-out for somebody who doesn't really have any intel. And, I'm not saying anything about Simon. He is a very nice, good man. Okay. But there is a lot of misinformation being put out right now. Just a wave all over the place. And it's really hard to pick through it.
Yeah.
So Simon's been pretty quiet. I don't think he's had a lot to say. I think he came on basically because he hasn't been talking to, he's got all these people in connecting consciousness and he needed to get out there and say something to them. But I think maybe those comments were just frustration on his part. Like, why is everybody sitting at home so quiet? Why aren't you taking to the streets? Why aren't you doing all this stuff? Because they told us not to. And last time somebody did, they're still in jail. Okay?
Yeah.
So anyway, How does Grassley fit in? Grassley, from what I get here, now, let me just disclaimer, I could always be wrong, but Grassley is for the cleanup phase. That is his part in this play, the cleanup phase. Putin has been painted first. These other world leaders, they had their time. Everybody's had their time to be the bad guy, right? Trump was the bad guy with all the tariffs and all this, the wall and all this stuff. And that was when he was in office. She was, the coronavirus and all this other stuff. And Putin, they basically took the leash off of him and said, okay, so your turn to be the bad guy. Go in there and clean this all out. And the thing is about him cleaning it all out, you don't go and bomb biolabs and nuclear facilities unless they're dead, unless they're completely empty. This has been going on for a while. They cleaned that stuff out a while ago. And so he was just waiting. Right now it's time for the public phase, the public viewing. Go in there so everybody can see what's happened and we can expose it. So I was standing there talking to Gabriel, and some of these questions have been asked so many times that I ask a question, is Trump coming back this week? Yes, no, yes, no. I'm like, why can't I hear the answer to that? And it's me. Maybe fear of being wrong, maybe, my too good to be true stuff going on. I said, let's try it a different way. So somebody asked me, what went on at the Capitol? Oh, you guys are going to love this. All right. What went on at the Capitol on St. Patrick's Day? And I said, can we go see? And he puts his arm up like this. And I'm like, let's go. And so, okay, now this is not 100% because it's still me over here thinking, did I see that? Did I see this? And I'm trying to hurry before the alarm goes off that I had to do the show. So what I saw, so all of a sudden I'm walking down this huge hallway at the Capitol. Okay. And off to the side, I look in this door and there's this huge conference table with all these people around it. And there was some white-haired guy that kind of looked like Biden, but it was somebody else. It wasn't him. Or maybe it was one of the Bidens. So then we're walking down this hallway and we go to the left, which sometimes things are backwards. It could have been the right, but we went to the left. And I'm now standing on the side of a room that looks very dark wooden in color. There's a lot of people in the audience, okay? And I think all those people are military. In the front of the room, I didn't see anything behind this, but, sometimes your vision is like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
I see Biden sitting in the middle of a long table, and there are two people on either side of him. There are big, bright filming lights in there. See, Biden was sitting on those filming lights. And I said, what are they doing? He said, it's filmed for the public. And I said, court-martial, Biden and other people, treason, high crimes, and misdemeanors.
Okay.
Film for the public. I said, when will they see? Spring. What is today?
Second day of spring.
So I was trying to look at these people and I couldn't get it. I know there was a woman sitting next to him. I don't know if it was Kamala. And I said, now we know that's an actor. And he said, yes. And so I was trying to get, will this actor go down for the crimes? And he showed me the filming light. Big bright light off to the side. Tall light. And I'm like, so I'm really not quite sure who's in control of this whole thing. But to me, it felt like there is, I said, who's sitting's there? And he said, the actors. So what was going on there on that day was the filming of Biden being court-martialed and being taken down for treason, high crimes, and misdemeanors. And in front of an audience of military. At least that's who I saw in the first few rows. And so that's what happened there.
Well, you wouldn't be, that's interesting because you wouldn't be court-martialed except in your capacity as commander-in-chief, but I don't even know if he has that capacity. If he has that title, that's a military thing. An impeachment would be high crimes and misdemeanors. So, interesting.
Whatever. That's what he said. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but that's what he said.
Yeah.
So then I went to the house. Nancy Drew did a video the other day, and she was out in front of Biden's residence, I think in Delaware. And all these cars were coming, and they were going into this little ranch style home, just a little home across the street. And then she couldn't get down to where the house was. It was all this. So we went into the house. So I'm like, I was having a hard time trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like, should we go to Biden's house? And I'm like, I don't really want to go down there. And I'm like, what's going on in this house? And so I walk in. It kind of looked like police because they were like black in those black uniforms, but it wasn't police. It was like special ops military, and there's computers everywhere. Everybody's doing something on a computer. There were a few people drinking coffee and talking and stuff, and I'm like, oh my, what is this? And he said, it's military special ops, monitoring the movement of officials with ankle bracelets or something like that. Central Command for monitoring the whole DC operation, people monitoring. And I'm like, wait a minute. So we've been asking, we know that a lot of these individuals got into trouble in the beginning, right? And they've been told what to do, like Pelosi. They've got something on them to monitor their movement. They're bugged. They either got the ankle bracelet, but I think that would be too conspicuous. So I think it's something else. But they're bugged. And all these people in there are monitoring them. Then they go off to DC and they do stuff over there. And they come back. So we couldn't figure out, well, how come, this person's been, arrested and that person's been, how come they're right there on the news? Is everybody a clone? Is everybody an actor? No. They're being bugged. They are bugged. They're watching everything they do.
Interesting.
And that's really all I got today.
Well, interesting stuff. It doesn't seem like we don't know if anything is imminent other than it's spring, which gives us a 90-day window where some things could start to happen. And I'm really anxiously.
No, it's happening sooner than that.
Okay.
But everything's lining up to happen. But I'm not going to come out here and tell you another date because I didn't, the last week's date. But I'm not letting go of last week's dates because I think that pretty much is accurate, and I'm holding on to that.
If they're beginning the process of removal today, then that must mean we're getting close to something interesting happening like that. So normally what we would do now is go take a few questions from the audience and kind of wrap it up. We do have, by the way, we have a new sponsor. We're going to get a new sponsor for the show, but we can't do anything with them until tomorrow or the next show that I have because I have to get everything working. So anyway. Phil did say he was told Trump would be this week most likely. Phil said he didn't feel too sure about that. That's true. That is.
Yeah. So if he doesn't feel sure about his intel, then that's kind of what I was picking up, is that maybe he summarized, maybe he assumed that this leading to this. I got information that this and this happened, which could be what happened on them filming that in the Capitol on the 17th. It could be several things that he found out about, and he's like, well, that means he's coming back. But
yeah, interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people feel it's too soon. I really feel like that whole scenario, him just coming back, they may change it. They may just, there he is. But there's a missing piece there. See, I feel like I keep seeing Grassley. Now, I could be wrong. I keep seeing Grassley. I see Grassley come in. Maybe if Trump came back right away, maybe Grassley's the vice president. Who knows? But I still see a time where Grassley comes in, they're cleaning everybody up. This is what we're going to do to take care of the people. This is what happened. Now we're going to go and decertify the elections or whatever, find out what everybody's got, and see who our real president is, and something like that. So I just see that time coming very soon.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Jenny, have you heard the theory that there's two Phils, one with blue eyes that goes out and about, and the other is brown-eyed and stays in his basement?
That guy is definitely an original. I don't know how anybody could pull off being a Phil. What? Oh, this is a me question.
Hi, Mike and Jen. Happy Monday. Do our souls travel at night for angelic missions? If so, is this why we can be tired after a full night's sleep? Love all you do. Thank you.
Well, Jen. A lot happens at night when you're sleeping. And yes, we do travel. We go home. We came here and we said, well, in your sleep and in that state, you are free. You enter into a place that's kind of like, I don't want to say the astral plane, but it's a common ground. You can travel, you can visit home, you can visit other realities, you can do all kinds of stuff. And I think that a lot of time when you have a dream where you're like, oh my God, I was like a different person, but I knew that was my house, and I knew I loved those people and everything. Maybe you're visiting a different reality. So the soul is not limited in its in traveling. So it's also a place where you can create very easily and create a scene. So there's a lot of things, if you are angelic in origin, yeah, you could go on missions, but most of the time I'd say that it's a lot of times you have dreams that's just cleaning out your conscious mind, just getting rid of a bunch of crap. It's time for you to rest. I mean, if your mind is going, and you got a really busy dream, your body rested, but your mind didn't. So that's why you'd be tired.
Right.
A lot of time when I do readings all day long or all week long, at the end of the week, it's not like I'm drained and it's not like I'm physically tired, but my brain is just so exhausted from having to talk and communicate so much.
Takes a lot of energy. Just like, fighting pain takes so much more energy. Why are you tired? You've been laying around all day. Yeah, but I've been in pain, and the stress that puts on your body is phenomenal. It really is.
Stress is terrible.
Same thing as using your mind and heart. By the way, somebody sent me a copy of The Choice in the mail, and I don't know who it's from. There's no notes attached. I assume somebody wants me to autograph it and send it back to them. But if it's somebody out there in the audience, please contact me somehow through some social media, preferably Facebook Messenger, and let me know it's you and what to sign and where to send the book. So thank you. Okay.
Okay. Kim Rex's birthday's coming up.
Hey, Kimberly Pratt.
Sure, Kim. We'll put in the note
just for you. Just
put in the request.
Kim's been feeling neglected lately.
Oh my goodness! Everybody send Kim love on the 24th. It's her birthday. I love Kim.
Yeah, you're the best.
Let's see what else we got. I'm just reading through. I
think
that's a good idea.
I wish Donald J. Trump would adopt a tiny chihuahua and call him Paco. I do too.
He said his return was imminent.
Imminent. Yeah. Well, if
Good
imminent,
enough. Okay, that's fine. I'm not.
If it's longer than a week, it's not imminent as far as I'm concerned.
I'm not going to come out here and say anything bad about Phil. He's doing his own thing. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. The guy's got reasons for what he does, what he says, and I do believe he's got inside contacts. I watch. So, but if that people were asking me, is he coming back this week? And I just felt like I can't say yes to that. It just doesn't seem accurate. We could possibly start the process of him coming back this week, like getting the other guy out of office.
Yeah.
And then,
that starts the process.
And then everybody decertifies or whatever they have to do to back it all up, and then he's in.
Yep.
Oh, that's commenting to somebody else. Yeah, Dave always has TV on in the other room.
Usually, though, because of where my computer's positioned, you don't get much sound penetration. But right here, we're right next to the door. So,
okay, I want to address something about this. Yeah. Trump is talking with Putin. There is a Telegram channel on that's for True Social. That is not real. Okay. First of all, anybody that's stupid. Everybody. I'm not saying you're stupid for believing. I'm just saying. I think Simon said it this morning too. And I've been saying that Trump's not going to come out and do a presser or a live with Putin. It would completely sabotage everything.
Yeah.
He has to appear like he is Putin bad. And I'm against this whole thing. And oh my gosh, look at that. Look at all the terrible things he's doing.
Yeah. When I was president, we kept Putin at bay.
Because you have to understand, whether he gets the presidency back from, the decertification or, they prove that it was stolen, he still needs the people on his side. And if he went out and did something like that, a lot of people that aren't in the know like us, that don't, which is about this whole Russia thing, very, very few people really know what's really going on over there. And they would be like, it would give the other side and all the liberals that you've been waiting to wake up. See, I was right. There he is. He's best friends with Putin, and he's a bad guy and a dictator all this time. And now he's in control of our country. It'd be another impeachment.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, is he going to pull out the PEDS of presidential executive action? I don't know. I forget. Emergency action document. I don't know. We'll see. That's one way he could do it. Pull out the PED.
From what I saw today, it's kind of the missing piece about what's been going on at the Capitol and the things we said before. Why are all these SUVs coming in and out all the time? Why is that happening all the time? Because they're filming things. And if they're filming things and they've been filming things, then who watches it? We gonna go to the movies and watch it? I don't think so. I think that's CBS.
Yeah, so that's the other thing is, what is this? There's this rumor that the good guys went in and took over Mount Weather, which is a listening post in Virginia, significant military installation, so that they could put the EBS out. Is any of that stuff true? That happened supposedly Friday. Is any of that true?
Now, where was this again?
Mount Weather, Virginia, is like a CIA listening post.
So that was done to stop the bad guys. They had some way to interfere with it. So that was done to stop the interference of worldwide or national communications.
Okay. Diana Leyland has a question. I have 2 interviews today. Will either one plan or will either one be in my favor? I guess Diana wants to know if she's going to get these job interviews. Either one of them.
Trying to find that.
Back at 10:34 a.m. 10:34 a.m.
Jeez. I'm sorry, there's a lot. Anyway, all right, let's see. Diana. Is she going to get the interviews or are they going to get the job?
Or I don't know. She didn't write it. What will either one plan or in my favor? I don't know what she meant to say there, but I guess she wants to know if either of her interviews will go well. There it is.
I have 2 interviews today. Either one plan in my favor. The second
one. And then further up, Karen L. If you go up a little bit further, Jen, big block letters. Can you tell me why my tabby cat Buddy has a decreased appetite? You see that one? Just a little bit up from Diana. It's Karen L.
Let me just ask you, what's the cat's name?
Buddy. Why does Buddy have a decreased appetite? Karen's cat, Buddy.
It's parasites.
Oh.
I would just get a good wormer. See if that, after a week or so, if that helps. Seems to be going around lately. It must be spring. I don't know. Parasites.
Anyone see Biden at the last presser describing what it sounded like him responding to the laptop? Yeah, where he said, "Oh, everybody knows somebody who's got compromising pictures."
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my God. Anyway,
a lot of pictures. There's a lot of pictures of my me out there.
You know, I'm a visual person, so we really don't have to say those things. My God. Anyway, okay. Now, this guy, Wayne, I saw you complaining over there in the philosophy chat. You're pissing people off. Stop it. Anyway, I kicked your friend Billy out. I don't know how he got back in. I think he's the one who was complaining and telling me I was so unprofessional and ridiculous because of my microphone.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Jen has her nervous habits. Okay, there's one at 10:38 a.m. at CTG. Kevin, his name is Kev. I got a soulmate drawing from a psychic this week. Is the picture legit? He would like to know. Kev would like to know if the soulmate drawing he got from a psychic this week is legit. Is that the girl he should be looking for? I assume it's a girl.
These drawings, just like anything else, are subject to the seer's interpretation. So somebody may draw me and it might look like my friend Jenny. I mean, it might look like my daughter. You know, it's just certain characteristics are correct. And I don't think it's necessarily your soulmate. It's probably the person you're supposed to spend a bunch of time with here and is a kindred spirit. So when you ask somebody who's going to draw you a picture of someone who's here, who's your soulmate, they'll say, okay. And they'll start seeing the person and they'll just start drawing it. Okay. So I think there are accurate characteristics in there, but I wouldn't go around with the picture when you meet somebody and say, do you look like this? Well, not you, you know, because it'll be off. Like when Brett was coming to me, I waited for him for like 2.5 years, knew he's coming. And I just didn't, you know, just hung out with the kids. And I knew he had hazel eyes. I knew the color of his hair. I knew his height and build, but I didn't know exactly what he looked like. And I didn't know who he was or what his name was, but I knew kind of what he looked like.
It's funny. I had this girl that I was madly in love with when I was like 20 years old. And I hadn't seen her for 15 or 20 years. And for like a year, I just felt like I'm going to run into her again. I'm going to see her again. I'm going to see her again. And I was at some engineering conference in New Orleans at the hotel checkout, and there she was. So it's like, isn't it weird? You just can feel things. You just know that they're happening. So,
Totally.
Okay. Yeah, that's the Mount Weather thing.
Yeah, so we're down at 10:36. Let's see. Let's see. You can go ahead and.
If nanotechnology is deactivated, removed with luciferase, would the remaining photonic molecules then initiate light body activation, resulting in higher states of consciousness and ascension? You clicked on that one, really?
I'm stuck on
I don't know
the
what any
whole
of that
name, Luciferase.
Luciferase, it looks like. I don't know.
Right, that's what it says. Is Luciferase is what they mean by that. If anybody never caught on to that, listen. Everybody's looking for the easy way. Everybody's looking for the fast way. When all of these technologies and these chemicals and these programs and this blanket of evil is removed, and that's why this is taking so long, because they have to get the hands out of the way, so that they can start doing things for the people that are good. Everything they've done for the people so far has been destruction, with a little bit of good to cover it up so you don't know it. You're not just going to wake up one day and they're going to say, okay, Trump is back. Everybody's in 5D, and you're all psychic, and you're all light body activation and everything. We know how to do everything, and we can walk through walls and change the weather. It's not going to happen. They would scare the crap out of you.
Yeah.
People would go insane.
Yeah.
That's not how this spiritual stuff works. You raise your vibration. Even when you die, you get a certain raise of vibration quickly. And then for the first 6 months after you pass away, well, you go over to heaven, but then you come back and visit. For the first 6 months, you're acclimating to the vibration of the other side, to your true self. And you can be seen pretty solid. You can move things around. You can, you're pretty close to, you can do things easily here that someone who passed away like 50 years, 20 years ago probably wouldn't be able to do. But I mean, if I just woke up one day and I was like projecting to different places and talking to the archangels and everybody and seeing them and, all this stuff, I would think I had lost my freaking mind. I would pull back from it and I would never do it again. And so what's going to happen is that most of the things that numb you and that deceive you and that hold you back is going to be lifted, and there will be things that reason with you that get you to get rid of the can'ts and the doubt and all of that. New truths will be presented to you at a time when you're not completely bogged down with all this evil that keeps you numb. And so you will, on your own and at everybody's own individual pace, open up, raise your vibration, and move into a place like that. But first, this cleanup, this clean sweep has to happen.
Yeah. Okay. There's one down around 10:45 a.m. It's kind of a pink color with a K. It's Kenneth B. He wants to know, will vets have med beds for pets? It's a big K. It's kind of a pink color. There we go.
That's a good question. Probably not for a long time. It's a very expensive thing. To the action, not going in and using it, but actually getting one. Sometime in the future, possibly like 20 years, they will. But at first, it's going to be used for people, and there's going to be so overwhelmed that they're going to keep making for people.
Yeah. Those things will probably be running 24/7 after they get started. Hep C would like to know, Hep C Silas, hi Jennifer, how stable is my current job? It's a contract job. Will I be able to work here for a long time?
You're going to work there. You're going to work on that job until the summer, and then you're going to move on to something else.
Cool.
So I know that doesn't sound good right now. You're like, I don't like change, but you will like it. It'll be a good thing. So what is this here?
Interesting that the media is talking about the Azov Battalion. Yeah, finally. But again, slowly, that's the fascist leftovers of the remnant of the 14th Nazi SS Grenadier Division that formed the Ukrainian army in 1946. So 45, actually. Rosemary Limo has a good question. Okay, Jen. The guy I have been talking to in Ohio, is he for real or just full of it? I like him, but I'm skeptical.
He's real.
Cool.
I'm not going to tell you, okay, yeah, go and marry him, but he's real. He's a real person. He may not be telling you everything about his life, though, okay? But he's a real person. He's hiding a few things because he's embarrassed about stuff.
Right.
Maybe like how much money he makes, how the divorce went, whatever. Why? All right. I'm still looking for something. There's something. Okay. Phil last night was talking about Snowden, okay, and he was explaining that was a persona created. I think he was like beating around the bush, kind of trying to insinuate that he was that person. All right, here's what bothers me. Okay. I'm not going to say a whole bunch on the air about this, but I just feel like something's going on here. Something's going on because he'll come out and he'll say things that just feel like truth, right? And then he'll say things that don't feel like truth. Right. And so it's this back and forth confusion, something going on there. I think they told him to take a dive. Something's going on because he's actually said that Donald Trump knows that the world is flat and that Phil has personally been to the firmament. And I'm like, how would that happen?
Yeah.
I mean, how would that happen even if it was true? I don't really care if the earth is flat. The only thing I care about is people saying there's no dimensions, no other realities, no that. That bothers me a lot because I know there are. Because think about it. How are you getting to heaven? And what is that if you go there without your body? Oh, well, there would be another dimension. So if there is one, then this is another. And then the bad place could also be another. And, and if there's three, there's probably four. And if there's three and there's a duplicate pretty much to everything, then there would be six. And then there'd be six, there'd be 12. And then it's on and on and on and on. And this blows the whole, we live in a box and you die and go to, how do you get to heaven? Through a portal? Listen, the angels told
me
a long time ago before I studied.
How does your spiritual energy get through the firmament? Right?
Exactly.
It's so stupid. So.
Oh, it just, okay. So this physical, and I believe in every dimension you're in, you think it's the physical dimension. It seems real to you when you're there. So there's a lot that I don't give a crap. if the earth is flat and there's some kind of dome, and I don't really care because I'm just going to go around in my, immediate area for the rest of my life, do my thing and go home.
Yeah.
But the part I don't like about it is the no dimensions and no, because there is volumes and volumes and volumes of personal experience from people with ghosts and loved ones and angels and portals and other dimensions. And before I knew anything about anything, any science behind it, Gabriel explained to me, and I think it was Uriel. If Uriel walks in and starts telling you something, that's something major. I said, so what's the difference between a portal and a wormhole? And I said, a wormhole travels back and forth in this dimension from one time period to another. It's like a corkscrew. You can go one way, coming back screws you up. Okay? Like physically and mentally, you're like messed up if you do that. So, and he said a portal takes you from one dimension to another. So within the explanation, before I even went and Googled and looked to see if okay, does anybody got a theory about wormholes? I found it, and that was true. So in the explanation, he referenced to dimensions. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. All right. What's this?
That's about Deshaun Watson. 230 million guaranteed, 3 first-round picks. Yeah, it's quite a deal for Deshaun Watson.
Okay, does anybody else have any more? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. I just see people talking a lot back and forth here.
That's what chat is for.
Oh, here we go. This is a nice. I love questions.
So is Earth a simulation, and is Trump a time traveler?
I kept asking that in the chat on Phil's on T-Live. Is Trump a time traveler? Is Trump a time traveler? Because you guys remember what I got a long time ago, that this is like the 4th attempt.
Yes.
And that seems so out there and crazy. I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. Is Earth a simulation? It is not, he said.
No, it's a physical reality. It's so stupid that people, like, what difference does it make if it is?
Really? Now, what was that exactly? You can only create a simulation from something that is real. That's what he just said.
Good point. Gabe makes good points.
Yes. Okay. Well, I don't really have a whole lot else to share. I don't know if you do. You're kind of in my position today because I'm doing all the talking and cutting you off.
Yeah.
Karma. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, fair enough. No, Jen, I just, again, I want everybody to hang in there and stay optimistic. And things are happening. Things are beginning to happen. We're waiting for that one big thing. Here's the thing that we're all on the edge of our seats about. We're waiting for that one big thing that is indisputable, that what we're talking about on this show is all real and it's all going to happen. And that would probably be the removal of Joe Biden, would be the first domino to fall, something along those lines. We're waiting for that. It's coming. Hang in there. Should have happened already. I agree 100%, but I do think it's going to happen. So hang in there and be tough. As far as my show goes, I can't promise you I'm going to be back on tomorrow. I'm going to try really hard. Well, I guess I can promise you, because if it gets to be 5 o'clock and I don't have my problems fixed computer-wise, I am going to Costco and getting a new computer. It's that simple. So I will be back tomorrow at some point with Toxically Masculine Tuesday. And
put it on the card. Let the deep state pay for it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Sounds good.
That's what we've been doing.
Yes,
don't go and do that, okay? I'm just saying. I'm kidding.
Yes, and don't quit your job because Nassar is coming.
I know.
Brett. All right, Jen, thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this again, sweetie. Thanks for accommodating me with all my problems. I should have gone out and got them fixed yesterday, but
no problem at all. You guys hang in there. There's a lot of misinformation out there swirling right now. I can see it. I can feel it. Listen to your instincts when you hear something. It will. Truth has a feeling. Remember back to other times when you heard something that was true, something that was happened. How did it make you feel? That is what psychics have to do every day, is to remember what truth feels like. Remember what does it taste like? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Everything. Use that intuition now when you're listening to people. Okay. And it is all happening. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's happening. So be ready. All right. Thank you, everybody. And we will, if we have to do this Wednesday, we'll do this Wednesday.
Well, we'll probably sort something. We'll definitely have something sorted out by Wednesday. So
yeah.
Thanks for being
all right.
here.
Have a good day. Love to all.